Hello everybody, Antoine here for Simarchitecture and welcome back to a new video. So, as I told you on Twitter, we're now going to build a big Spanish style house which is designed for a family, I would say, because there are 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. The bedrooms aren't that large actually, they're just normal sized, just like in a normal house, but they're big living spaces. Like, for example, the living room is really big because there's the formal living room with a fireplace and a coffee table with some sofas. And then just next to it, there's another living room with a big TV screen, and just behind another door there's a activity rooms, I would say, with a piano and a painting station. I don't know really how to call that, but you probably got what I meant. Why a Spanish house? Well, I was actually in lack of inspiration and I didn't really know what to build. I spent like 1 hour wondering what I could build, and yeah, I was thinking about the styles I've already built in my videos, and the Spanish style is a style that I never tried. So, I mean, not on the channel. I already tried a few years ago, but I didn't have um, my YouTube channel this time, and yeah, so that's why I decided to go through this style. And what I like in this kind of style is that it's a really warm architecture with wood, warm colors, and you will see it in the interior. I really went for a really warm style with beige, with brown colors, with a really warm wood pattern for the floor. And yeah, the garden also, most of the time in such houses, is really luxurious with a beautiful swimming pool, and that's definitely what I wanted for this house. So I went for a really luxurious garden with many plants, many trees. There isn't actually much space in this garden, it's not that big, but for once I didn't want to build on a really large lot. I just wanted to build a normal sized house, which is still large. I agree. It's not a an average house. It's probably already a kind of luxurious house because there are many features that you won't find in a average house. But yeah, it's not something extraordinary. It's a house you could see in real life. So yeah. And yeah, the exterior style as well is really interesting in the Spanish style, I think, because it's full of details, and it just makes the build more interesting, I would say. And there's only one thing I would miss. It's the shutters for the exterior, because in France we all have shutters. It's something that you don't find in every country. Like, when I spent 1 year in Germany, I didn't have shutters because in Germany most of the time there isn't any shutter in the house. There's only curtains, which was for me quite a big problem because I just couldn't sleep. Like, during the night there were the light outside during the night, the lamps on the street, so it never was totally dark in my room, and I never could find sleep. And yeah, and in the morning the sun was here like at 7 or at 8, and I was just woken up by this because the daylight just wakes me up. I can't fight against this. So yeah, and in Spain, I actually, the last time I was in Spain, it was like 15 years ago, probably, no, even more, almost 18 years ago. Yeah, I was 3 or 4, something like this. So I don't remember if there were shutters, but most of the time when I see Spanish architecture, there's their shutters on the windows. And I think that would be something interesting for this build, but I didn't want to use CCs, so just that's why there isn't any shutter. But I think it could have been interesting. And what I also like with Spanish architecture is that we can use orange roofing, you know. In my region, especially in my region where I live in France, most of the houses have orange roofs, which is um, just common for me, you know, it's not something special. And I was thinking about this, and for us, it's not considered as a color, you know. When you build your house, you're not like, well, I have an orange roof. No, it's just normal. Then when you paint your house or your shutters, you just don't think about the color of your house matching with the roof, because the roof is not considered as a color, just like black or white. It's not something that you put in consideration while choosing the color of your house. And for example, in my region especially, it's quite typical. Almost all the shutters are blue. It's something really typical for my region, and you will agree that blue and orange totally don't match. But as I said, the orange is not considered as a color. Well, I don't know if it was interesting for you to hear about that, but that was just something I was thinking about. Yeah, I said pretty much everything about this house. I really hope you will like it because it's something I don't usually do. It's a style uh, I don't often go for, and yeah, I hope it's well done. But I must admit, I was quite proud of this house. I was really happy with the way it turned out. So I don't especially worry about that. Um, Oh yeah, I wanted to add another thing. Like a few days ago, I published the sorority house inspired by Scream Queens, and it was for the 500 subscribers. And now, just like 2 or 3 days after that, we're almost 550, which is quite something, I would say, because it just grows so fast. I didn't expect this, and I would like to thank you all again, to thank all the people who supported me, just like my friend Sim Kim, who was really a great support. And by the way, you should definitely visit her channel, which is just called Sim Kim. It's really a beautiful channel. She does beautiful videos. She creates beautiful houses. I just love her creativity, and it's really nice. And she was the biggest support for me with my channel when I was doubting about myself. She was always here to tell me, no, just keep going, it will be okay. And she was right. So she's one of the reasons why I kept doing more videos, because sometimes I was just not in the mood, but she was here to tell me that everything will be alright, and she was right. So thank you, Kim, and thank you to all the people for being here. I think now that's it for me. I will leave you with the rest of the video. If you like it, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I see you next time. Bye. Oh.